Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good afternoon and welcome to Rangers Radio with a Scottish Cup tie. Home against Queen's Park, Deja Vu. Join myself, Oxygen, on the show as well, Robert. Afternoon, Robert.
Afternoon, mate. Hope you're well, and good afternoon to everybody that's listening in.
Well, we'll cut to the chase, mate. We'll cut to the chase. How was the team?
Certainly, mate. Today's team is Kelly, Tavernier, Giga, Sterling, Romans, Chukwuani, Diamonde, Antman, Scove-Olsen, Naderi, and Miovski. The substitutes are Butland, Suter, Matondo, Magoma, Raskin, Gisama, Asgard, Bairami, and Moore.
Right, what are you reading into that, Robert?
4-4-2, 4-2-4, attacking, goals.
I'm reading that your manager, these four players, mate, that's the throw of the dice to take his own, mate. Yeah? He's placed them, he's now starting them quite quickly. And I can see them hopefully getting them up to half after an hour so they're ready to go on Wednesday night. Might be reading too much into it, mate, but that's what I'm reading.
No, it's certainly a good argument, mate. They obviously, Tochi wasn't involved midweek, but the other ones were, so get minutes in the legs, more minutes a day. As you're saying, I reckon about an hour, maybe 75, get some minutes in their legs, hopefully get some contributions in front of goal as well, and they'll be part of Wednesday night's thought process, I'm sure.
Yep, so I was seeing, well, there's no left footer bar Romans on the bench, so how do you see the defence sitting up? Just the four, Romans and Tav, and then Sterling on the right, De Giga on the left?
I'd imagine so, mate. Yep, I'd say so. Maybe see Giga at the left and Sterling on the right, but I would probably have Giga on the right, just because it's his more favoured foot. Maybe less weary moments with him. But he's been good the past few games, Big Giga.
I think he'll be on the left. Everybody will want to know what his attire is.
Oh, I know. Wonder if it's up a few degrees tonight.
I did hear that suit that he'd on, it's not just the cold, mate. There's some compression suits they're calling them, but I don't know what was involved. It was the muscle, help with the muscles, but wow, it was a different look altogether, you know. Anyway, so that's how we set up. So when we look at that, the only two midfielders we've got is Chukwuani and Diamande, so they'll be playing as a two with Antman and Scove-Olsen either side of them. Scov on the Mr. Olsen on the right, Antman on the left. Funny enough, a few months ago, I remember talking to Southside and he thought he was suited more to the left Antman. So that's the way I see it. With the other two up top is forming a partnership. Some people might think that then Miovski could then drop deep as he's played before, but I know that Naderi has done that in the past, mate, but I would like him to be right up the top. In fact, if I'm honest, Robert, I prefer the two of them to be right up the top if we're going to play with a set-up.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, mate. I think that Naderi's got the versatility and the movement to probably come deeper, but you're taking away his physical presence if you have him doing that. I'd like to see them both in and around the box, whether it's first or second balls. It's a good combination. You've got the height and you've kind of got the sharpness of Miovski at times that we have seen over the years, that he can be in front of goal, and hopefully he can get some goals in his game today, get some confidence back in his side, because I think he's slowly trying to find his way into the team again. Miovski, I know he's had his critics, I know he's not really had major chances, but I think when you bring a striker in January, you've always got to step up your game, and I think that's what we need to do going forward. Antman on the left, I think makes sense as well. Ox, he plays left wing back for Finland at times as well, so he'll be used to going down the left, cutting inside to his right foot, and that's obviously where he get his goal from in midweek as well. So a good chance for him today to get minutes in his legs and put himself back in contention.
It just shows you, mate. A few weeks ago, I was looking forward to seeing Tucci and Scott Wilson, and now I'm looking forward to seeing Nadiri and Romans.
Aye, I'm certainly looking forward to see Romans myself today, mate. I still don't think we'll see him very much defensively today. I hope not anyway. But we'll get to see how he is going attacking down that left side. They showed glimpses of it in his cameo on Wednesday night. And I think going forward, as I said in a previous show, for me, he would probably be the nail on left back going forward, simply because he's our player. He seems to have a good burst of energy. But what I will say is you've got a steady Eddie and Magoma there on the bench as well, who I do expect to come on at some point, just to keep Romans for Wednesday night, because I think he will be the one going forward, as I say. And Tochi, I'm glad to see him in Diamondi. We've seen him in Raskin, but good to see the two of them together today. Diamondi and Chukwuani, see how they link up in the relationship in the park there.
Aye, and the guys that have come out, Raskin, Gassama, forget about Magoma. They have played a lot of football. You know, I think we actually forgotten Wednesday night. That was my third game in 6 days, mate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe the people at half time should maybe get a calculator out. Yeah.
Aye, there's a lot of games being played under the minutes and the young boys, particularly Magoma, obviously being the only left back we've had for a period of time. Still a young boy, aging, developing, maturing as well. So a lot of gaming time in him. Gassama, we know you say take form out it, but when you play so many minutes, it does at times catch up with you, and that all depends on who's available as well for rotation. But there's a chance today for the guys that are starting to show Danny Rule that they're in there to merit a jersey, which is a good selection process going ahead, because you want competition for places, you want to be making hard decisions, but it means that you've also got quality on the bench to bring off if you're bringing a player out.
Yes. Listen, obviously, Sterling coming back into the fold. Chermiti and Fernandez will get an update on them, and that would mean that they two, hopefully, they're coming back, and that would only leave Barron no available at this time, which at this time of the season is pretty good if we're honest, mate. Yeah.
Aye, it's certainly a lot better than what it has been of previous years and seasons. Usually, round about now, we're skating the barrel for some players, but as you say, the one long-term absentee, it's not the worst. Cornelius is coming back into training as well, so I believe he's on the grass doing some kind of rehabilitation individual work, but joining up with the team soon. So come the near end of the season, mate, you'll probably find that's another body in contention to be in places. So it's a healthy squad at the minute, as long as we can keep staying injury free.
Right, mate, give us your team, and then we'll get the phone lines opened.
Yep, it's Kelly, Tavernier, Giga, Sterling, Romans, Chukwuani, Diamondi, Antman, Skov Olsen, Naderi, and Miovski. Substitutes are Butland, Suter, Matondo, Magoma, Raskin, Gassama, Asgard, Bairami, and Moore.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would want to see Mikey Moore. You know, did an excellent game the other night, mate. But you've got to use the squad. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of games coming in next week, mate. So you've got to use the squad and be sensible. Again, we'll get 3 games in 7 days coming to us. Obviously, after Wednesday, the midweek one slowly disappear, mate. But there's still a couple between now and the end of the season, but they're not as often. So I think there's a bit of sense in it, even though if I was picking my first 11, Mikey Moore would be in it at the moment, yeah.
Yep, totally agree, mate. I think from Wednesday night's performance, it was a standout performance by a distance. He's a player that can create something that can excite you. But again, as you say, it's sensible selection, because you've got players there that are more than capable enough to do a job against Queen's Park. You can afford to bring players out into the bench, use them if need be or when necessary. But ultimately, you're trying to, as much as you look at one game at a time, all focus is on today, of course, but you've obviously got an eye on what's coming up over the coming days. There's a big league game midweek, so you would want to keep your best players for there as well. But I do understand you'd want to keep the momentum going of having your best 11 playing. But smart thinking and rationale by Danny Rule.
Listen, there's no boys in that team. There's no three youngsters getting bloodied. He's treating Queen's Park with respect, mate. And look, let's put it to bed, mate. After last year, they deserve it. They shot herself in the foot, yeah. And ultimately, maybe it cost Big Philly's job.
We did, and it's all about, cup upsets can happen, but it's about the mindset and the mentality going into the game and the application you put into it. It doesn't matter your opponent, you've still got to go and play the game in front of you. You can see from last year that how damaging it can be. And Danny Rule certainly not want to do that. It's a competition that we'll fancy ourselves strongly to go and win. Gives us a good opportunity to get into the quarterfinals today at home against a lesser opponent again. But again, you don't look at that because it's still a game of football. Anything can happen. As you say, there's experience in that team. There's men on the pitch, and they'll want to go out and make a statement as well. And as I said earlier, show that they merit a starting jersey going forward.
Aye, listen, we no need to worry, mate. If we're 1 down, we'll just play to score, mate. Yeah, that seems to be the new rules, doesn't it?
It does. But with that lineup today, mate, especially the two strikers, I'm hoping and I'm expecting some goals in the game between a few players chipping in. As I said, get confidence in among some individuals, see combinations, see link-ups and relationships on the park, which can only strengthen us going forward.
Aye. What would your team be, mate? Would you have went similar? Or did you think different? Would you assume that maybe Stirling would have been on the bench? I get that, But I think, again, he wasn't playing for a reason there on Wednesday night, yeah?
Yeah, no, I said on Friday night show that I didn't think it would be too much different from the team that finished the game on Wednesday night. I thought Kelly would come in just as a rotation cup keeper, just to keep them ticking over, because you never know when you're going to need them. I expected Aarons to start, I'll be honest, just again for rotation. I expected Chuck Wuani to come in.
He's not even in the squad, is he?
No, he's not. He's not. Which is weird when you look at the bench and you see Matondo's name still in there. But no, I wasn't far away, mate, from... I was thinking more the lines of the team that finished on Wednesday night with Tochi coming into midfield with Diamonde, and I think I had Moore still in as well. So I had Miovski out, Moore in, Tochi in the middle, and I did have Giga and Suter starting just at the back, and Aarons was the only change, so not far away.
Aye, listen, a lot of people would understand how Kelly's got to play. You've got to try and get him minutes as well. Try to be fair. It's a tightrope. Tav, well, you're hoping we can influence the game a wee bit, going forward. We're not doing too much defending, but still, we've seen it in the past. We've seen results even this season. The holders of the FA Cup, mate.
Aye, that's to say. It's sometimes that's the excitement and the love of the cup. It's these lesser teams fancy their chances because it's a cup final. Every game for them in this round is a cup final because they don't expect to get any further. And as I said, it's a game of football at the end of the day. You can look at form, you can look at stats, but ultimately it's about what happens on the pitch on the day. And if teams come and take their chances against you and you don't turn up with the application and the attitude, then you can be punished. And that's what happened with us last year against Queen's Park. So time to maybe, some will say right or wrong from last year, but this is a different squad. I know there's some players still in there that were experienced of that last year, but it's a different feeling, different mindset.
Right, I believe you've got the Queen's Park team, mate.
I believe I do, yes, indeed. It is Ferry, Fieldson, Murray, Longridge, McGregor, Savoury, Connolly, Pignatalo, McDonnell, Shields, and Drozd.
Right, try to think. I don't know. Was that the same goalkeeper as last season?
Aye, it is. Callum Ferry, same one.
Aye. Smaller goalkeeper, but mad as a hatter. Was that right? Yeah?
That's the rules for a keeper, mate.
Aye. Yeah. Listen, look, hopefully we can put them in bed. They'll be organised. They'll try and keep it tight, I would imagine. Get us nervous, but we've just got to play at the right tempo. And Danny Role, since he's come in, mate, he's learned and learned and learned, mate, quickly. Or people might say he knew and he's just been professional. I don't know how to take it, mate.
I think it's a bit of everything, mate. He's learning, but he's understanding, and he knows how to adapt and approach and change things. I think it's a bit of both in that sense. But I'm sure today you talk about the energy and the tempo. I think a lot of support. Again, given the opposition, you'd expect us to have a good first half and a good second half. I don't think we'll be booing at half time today. I think we should be right behind the team. As I said Friday night, if it's not going well, don't boo. Just cheer the guys on, roll them on to success, because that's the confidence booster. But Danny Rule, I think, will have that mentality today to tell these players that this is a cup game, chance of a quarter final. It's a competition we can win. Go and deliver.
Listen, hopefully that's went to bed, what we talked about last week, mate. I don't want to put fuel to the fire, you know. There's a time. Listen, we've got the manager, so get yourself a mute and let's hear from Danny Rowe.
Danny, Scottish Cup action for the squad this afternoon. How important approaching this one in the right manner and booking the side's place in the quarter final?
Yeah, we have to do our homework today. I think this is clear. We are focused. We will concentrate on this game as well. We know from the past, last year, what happens. I think you can never underrate a team. You have to be very strong in preparation. My team is ready to go. The cup game is always special. Yeah, you have in this cup competition, that's the reason why it's so exciting. You have always a little bit the underdog versus the favorite. We have to do our job today because it's also important to go in a big week ahead with a good win. We rotate with the squad, but I think when you look to the paper, to the line-up, it feels very strong. Again, a very strong bench. I think this is a strength at the moment from us, and in this direction we want to go today. Take it serious, do our homework, go in the next round, and then we are happy.
Low league opposition bring different challenges as well. What are you expecting from Queen's Park today?
You never know how brave they are. Of course, we made our homework. We prepared the team. We looked what they did in the past. But you never know how brave they are here in Ibrox. I think this is a part, but it's about us. It's about our intensity. It's our quality on the pitch. It's about our net. It's about our penetration runs in behind. All these things. This should be our goal. Yeah, that we play our game today, and everyone should feel that we are ready for the following games.
First Rangers starts for Ryan Naderi and two Romans after impressive cameos during the week, and good to get the 4 January arrivals all on the pitch at once.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is great to see this, get some minutes. I think also for Ollie now important to get a start after a long time, give them the opportunity, and then we have a clear plan. If the game goes normal, how we sub players to give them other players also minutes and rest for the next games. But at first we have to effort a lot of in. I think especially at the beginning of the game, it will be opponent, they will fight, they will be compact, they wait for the moments, and we have to increase our speed in the game to give them not so much rest, that they feel it's really hard to get something today here. And if we do it, then I'm convinced that we come in the next round. Yeah,
just finally, I've made 7 changes, but you spoke about it earlier, the strength and depth in the squad. You can see the strength on the bench, and what you're hoping the two guys up front, how they complement each other in that system.
I think I said this after the Kilmarnock game. Some player starts, and then the opponent will be tired, and then you can bring the next one in, the second wave, and I think this is a good feeling that gives us also a push. And this should be like this, and I think in the following games it's always about starters and impact players. It's sometimes job sharing, and we need this intensity in our game. If we do this, then we are really on front foot, and we are in the right direction. But even this team will give us not a present or a gift. It's about hard working, be focused to our job, and if you do it, then it goes in the right direction.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
He's saying similar things to us, Robert. Play at a tempo, mate. Play at a tempo. Which sometimes we fail to do at Ibrox,
We have, and that obviously gets the frustration of fans up because you're expecting a 90-minute performance from the side. But today I expect to dominate the ball, create some good chances, see some good football on show, and hopefully get some goals in the game, and that will breed the confidence as well, and hopefully keep that intensity up. But as you said, you never know what to expect when you go up ahead against a lesser opponent. It's about Rangers playing to their strengths and breaking them down, because we'll sure expect that Queen's Park will sit in, try and do the counter, because they're the underdogs. But as long as we play to our strengths and take our chances when they come, mate, we'll have no problem.
So I give you my two I'm looking forward to seeing. What about you, mate?
I think everybody's the same, mate. They're all looking forward to seeing the new guys play. Naderi, of course, with his first start, in Romans. I think when we seen Romans on Wednesday night, a lot of positivity was heard about him after the game. How direct he was, how fast he was, his runs, his movement. And I think that will be exciting to see. He's got a good delivery on him as well from the left side. Naderi, of course, just to see how he's going to look going forward. Again, cameo, unlucky not to score. Probably feels he should do better. Would have probably capped off a good debut for him as well. But I think everybody was in the same boat, mate. The four new guys to come in the one side, see how they'll play. Interesting to see, obviously, as well for me, Antman coming back into the side, just mainly because he's been out, whether it be through injury or just by preference, not been chosen at times. Interesting to see how he does. So that's for me, the four new guys and Antman, just to see how he can play his way back into contention.
No, if the result goes right and he gets minutes in his legs, and Olsen gets minutes in his legs, and Roman gets minutes in his legs, yeah, who haven't played a lot of football, mate, that is perfect. I think Tucci and Naderi they've not had a lengthy spell, but that this is all positive, and hopefully it's under the right guys, a good performance and a good result, Robert.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, as I said, we expect a dominating performance here, just simply because you look at the opposition. I know it's hard to kind of look away from that, but you're expecting a dominating performance, a lot of control on the ball, some good bits of movement, and if you get goals in as well, then absolutely. So it's all positive, mate. In his interview there, he spoke about having the quality on the bench, but it goes back to what you said. It's this point in the season when you've got a fit, healthy squad, bar maybe one or two, it gives you that option to have that on the bench. So he's been smart with his rotations in terms of game management for some players coming back from injury. Sterling, Suter, for example, Romans as well, if you include them in there, to have this squad fit and available for this run-in, because we're going to need every single player.
Aye. Players in form, competition, and the game's changed, Robert, isn't it? 2 subs, 3 subs, and now 5, mate. It's changed. Anyway, talking about people who never change, we've been joined by Carl. Afternoon, Carl.
Good afternoon, lads. I hope everything's great down there.
Good, mate. How's yourself?
Oh, okay. I mean, it's all you can be is okay. Don't ask me anything about a team. It's Danny rules to pick. We've no real say in the matter. Everything you think is different, you know.
Aye, he's certainly saying, man, Robert.
Aye, afternoon, Carl. Good to hear from you, mate, as always. He's picked a strong side, Carl. He picks a side every game that he thinks can win. But what we've seen is, when it's not going well, he's not scared to change things up. He can bring on personnel. We can make tweaks on the parkway formation. So the team's in capable hands, mate. He's showing over time that he's doing well with the squad that he's inherited. He's added players in, and it's all positive for him, and keep it going.
I've got one thing to say about Naderi's interview during the week with the translator. Speak English slower. I thought that was terrible, what he done, you know. They've got 3 German coaches there. They could have put a German in to say it in his ear, the question in German, what I'm answering in English. I could have done that.
I must have missed that. I thought his interview was all right. It might have been
I know, but there's a wee guy that leans in when he didn't quite get one of the questions near the end, and he just spoke English slower to him. I thought that was terrible. That's like a Britain holiday, you know.
Dad's army stuff. Aye, but listen. First impressions of the big fella. I thought
I'm going to call him Brigton.
Huh?
I'm going to call him Brigton.
I get it, mate. I get it, mate. What's your first impressions of on the pitch?
He's quite fast. My God, he's quite fast.
That surprised me. Robert?
It surprised me as well, mate. We knew he was going to come with a physical presence, but I didn't know he had the burst of pace. Whether it was the adrenaline and the debut and he found an extra gear, we'll see over the time, but he certainly looks like he can get about the park as well. He looks quite mobile for a big lad, so I think he could be a threat going forward. It's just about getting goals in his game, getting his confidence up, which is already high. You spoke to that, Carl, about his interview. I did see that bit about the question, but I thought he actually handled the media pretty well for a young guy just in the door. He spoke well. He's got quite a sensible mentality. And I'm excited to see how he grows into the Rangers jersey.
I would like to see him score. I'd like to get him a goal, get him going, you know. I think that's very important. You get that monkey off your back and you can be quite good, you know.
I think you're right, Carl. I think it's good for all forwards to score.
Excuse me, Ox, did you say I was maybe right? No, that's a new thing.
No, I think you're right. I think it's important for strikers to score goals, no? You know, confidence and all that. And we've seen that with the two new signings that came in with us at the start of the season. They didn't score. And if their performances been the same, but they'd have scored goals with all right, they didn't have a lot of chances, but with the odd chance they had, people look at you different. You score goals, mate.
Aye, I like the look of that boy Romans. He reminds me of Arthur Newman, because he's quite upright running. You know, he's no hunched over or anything. You know.
Aye. Well, well, we know the time of the game, we know the circumstances they went with 10 men, but just his movement and the way he played was impressive in the cameo. Doesn't mean he's going to be brilliant, Robert, but what we've seen so far, so good.
That's all you can do.
You take it in first impressions, Ox. No, you're right, Carl. You take it in first impressions, mate. And first impressions of the guys that have come in, they've looked good, they've looked steady, they look confident, and it's just about now doing it over the piece. They'll grow, they'll develop, there'll be relationships built in the park, and there was a lot of comparisons with Romans after the game on Wednesday night. As you say, as a cameo, first impressions, we'll see how he goes between now and the end of the season. Still not seen him defend yet. As you say, he could be the worst defender, but one of the best attacking fullbacks we've got. So time will tell, but as you say, there's a lot of positivity around the squad at the minute, and it's just about keeping that momentum going into the next round of the Cup today, and then we'll shift the focus back to the league.
Can I say one more thing before I go? No, I was listening to an R-pod before you came on, because I've got to get shouting at tellies and that, you know. No, they're talking Matondo. He should get a game because we're paying him wages. We've been paying him wages for God knows how many years. Why should he get a game if he's no good enough, you know? Even because you're paying wages doesn't mean you've got to play. Unless
they're trying to rip his contract up, mate, and let him go free.
Maybe. But I don't see a point of throwing somebody in that could be absolutely complete dogs, you know? Just
I get it, mate.
To give him a game.
I was actually surprised. When we seen him on the bench, mate. I don't disagree.
That's what I say. Danny Rope's team, boys.
Aye.
Right, hey, I'm going to go and let somebody else on. I hope to talk to you after the game if Jim Beam and Jack Daniels and Johnny Walker didn't take advantage of me.
Again.
Again, you know. What am I going to do? Right, okay, lads. Have a great day. We're going to win anyway, I hope. We better win. I lost about 70 quid yesterday with that stupid game that was on the telly last night.
All right.
Oh, I could string myself up at times, you know. Right, bye.
Cheers, mate. So say yesterday, average performance, mate. 3 up, 3 draws, mate. And then finish up, wasn't it?
I think you're right, mate. I think it was closer last week, put it that way. We'll try again next weekend.
But he'd won 2 down for a while, and they fought back, and they'd another one down to 10 men, and they won comfortably. You know?
Yep, that's it. The power of football. Things can change quickly.
Somebody had a go home for picking Cardiff. I wonder who that was.
It might have been me. When we went down to 10 men, I thought the worst. I thought, not 2 weeks in a row. Surely not.
Aye. Aye. Anyway, interesting. Aye, Carl's got a point. We should win, but if last year's not taught us anything, mate.
That's it, mate. It's just about the mentality, the mindset, the attitude, the application. You can use all the key words in the world, but simply when a team like Queen's Park comes to Ibrox, you're expecting to dominate the game, win the game comfortably, and that shouldn't be any different today. We know what's happened in the past, but it's gone, it's done with. We can't change it, but what we can do is go out today, win the game comfortably, get into the next round, and that puts the Scottish Cup to bed for a few weeks. And as you say, you've got one midweek game, and then it becomes weekend football between now and the end of the season. Most times, with the odd occasion of changes in there with midweek fixtures, but it's just getting by into the next round, mate. That's all you have to do.
Aye, as simple as that, mate. It's as simple as that. Listen, people join us all the time. Quickly, he's the Rangers team, mate.
Kelly, Tavernier, Giga, Sterling, Romans, Chukwuani, Diamonde, Antman, Scove Olsen, Naderi, and Miovski. Substitutes are Butland, Suter, Matondo, Magoma, Raskin, Gisama, Asgard, Bairami, and Moore.
Talking about substitutes, we've been joined by Dermarnock. Afternoon, Dermarnock.
Good afternoon, lad.
How you doing, mate?
Aye, all good. It's a good team, isn't it? Well, potentially it's a brilliant team, hopefully. And the bench is looking really strong as well. And I think it was Carol there about talking about Matondo. I'm not got an issue with Matondo if he might get used for that pace at some point during this run in. And he might get the fever if everybody's all gone working together and going, we're winning this title here, and we've got a bit of steam behind us. He might just jump right on board and try his heart out. You know what I mean? And win us a 3 points, which we need, because we need everybody doing their bit. You know what I mean? So to say I'm not going to write him off. Might even go on today. Does he deserve to go on? Probably no. But again, I'm thinking he might be an asset at some point. So just see how it goes. But it's about the day, innit? And that should be a strong enough team to dispatch.
What do you think of the four new boys? What's your initial thoughts, mate?
Aye. Chukwuani, he's been outstanding, but he's been constantly all right. You know what I mean? And throwing in a new team, so I think there's a level or two to go up for him. Romans looked great as well. As I said, I was at the game the other day there, and I was just looking at the team as a whole, how they were playing, rather than looking at individuals and focusing on the new ones. You know what I mean? Obviously, Scove Olsen, he's had this his fourth game, and again he's been first 2 games underwhelming, but again he's not had a lot of match time, so it's just about getting minutes into his legs, and I think he's going to get back up to the level that we think he's got in the pedigree why we bought him, and it's just been a lack of minutes for him. I think. In the dairy, he just looks a monster, doesn't he? Which we need. Looking down the wings and high balls are coming in, then I think he'll be on the end of them. He's another big one that's got to be in the box for the set pieces.
His pace shocked me, mate. The turn of pace he had.
The dairy?
Aye, I didn't see that coming, mate, honestly.
Aye. And I think he'll be tough enough for the Scottish game. So I think it's a good transfer window on the face of it, and on first viewing of these players. So aye, onwards and upwards. Let's get into this quarterfinals.
Yes.
Then let's get these 3 points in Wednesday, which is the be all and end all, isn't it? The league.
Aye. One my next 3 games, mate, and by this time, well, the next Sunday night, we could be sitting quarterfinals of the cup and potentially tapping the league.
Aye, that's. But then it's just drive on for there, isn't it? That's the wind at our back there, know what I mean? And we just need to keep it going. and all these different players and all existing players need to step up, because it's no long way to go. You know what I mean? It's next week we're halfway through February, and before we know it, we're in May. So it's there for us. The team just need, the individuals just need to want it, and I think the manager has definitely got the motivational tools to get individual players to step up. And again, hope for me off gets on a few goals a day. You know what I mean? Get his confidence back up, because that was a great goal he scored. As much as we say he was pretty poor, but at the match you can see his runs, and the ball's not going through to him. And at Aberdeen, his game is on the last man and looking for a long ball, and he was making runs, and nobody was picking up on it. And that his goal was a cracker edge of the box. There's a couple of good goals against Kilmarnock. So it's looking good. It is looking good, and we're all saying, and I think a lot of the media punters are saying that whoever did a good transfer window is probably going to win this league. And I think in the first few games we've had a great transfer window, but it needs to be consistent in it. The odd game, stepping up for an odd game is no use. They need to step up to the end of the season.
Every game. It's going to be
Mhm.
exciting, Robert. Even the day.
It is, and that's what you want. You want to have excitement in the league and in the cups. You want to be entertained. I mean, certainly when you look at the league on its own, it's going to be exciting because it's so tight. One slip up can cost one team, or it can affect a kind of domino effect. So it will be interesting and exciting going ahead. Kilmarnock's right. We've got a right good chance. I think it's firmly in our hands, Ox. I'd firmly believe it. It's in our hands because Hearts have got some tricky games. They've started to get a few injuries and suspensions, which you never know how that impacts a team that's sitting at the top of the table. That's maybe not had that experience before, or certainly a lot of players have had that experience before. So we'll see, interested to see how they handle it. How do we handle the pressure of keeping the chase on, keeping the hunt, and then the pressure changes if and when we go top of the league. So interesting to see that, and the day will be interesting as well because changes in the side, chance to see some new boys from the start. And as Kilmarnock said, quarterfinals away, so let's go and get the job done today, and then we can focus back on Motherwell midweek.
Aye, that's just a case. But you've got to get into these games with the right attitude, Kilmarnock.
It is, aye, because Queen's Park will definitely have the right attitude. They will be the underdogs. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's go out and try individually, and big teams can be complacent. But I think Danny Rail's got that German efficiency mindset. You know what I mean? That it's they've got that, haven't they? The Germans. It's just I don't know how to explain it. What was that old Audi saying? Four-sprung door technique or something, wasn't it? It was. They have got that efficiency that they don't let the standards drop, and hopefully that's just going to melt into the rest of the team. And Big and Dairy, so he's German as well. So, and third division in the German league, a team's sitting sixth, but he seems to be a goal scorer. And no matter what level you're at, if you're a goal scorer, you're a goal scorer. Whether it's amateur, whether it's five-a-side, whether it's professional, whether it's Champions League. If you've got that, Chris Boyd, you know what I mean? When I say he was the most brilliant player in the world, but I could score some goals. Left foot, right foot, header, you know what I mean? And he just had that magic touch, magic to be in the right place at the right time, and that's what a good striker needs. An instinct. No, they're thinking about what you need to do. It's just it's an instinct in it. The ball's at them, and even before the ball's getting to them, they're thinking about what they're going to do with it. And I think that, and the Nadiri's the same.
It's a strange thing, mate. I don't know if you can teach that, mate.
No, I don't think you can. It's something that's inbuilt. You can coach people.
Aye.
You can coach about positions and this and that, and where the ball's going to go. But no, that natural instinct, and I suppose to a point, good defenders have got it as well to clear the ball.
The reading of the game that they've got, that you know, just get a knack and they make it look easy. But just They just be in the right place at the right time defending. You can see the same about strikers. It's just these people that see that picture just that split second before everybody else, you know.
Aye, and as I say, the boys coming towards, and they've already. Again, we can say it for the whole team, right enough. Midfielders as well. They've got that, get that ball to that striker out to the wing, and again they are like Bracken can do it sometimes, brilliant. Sometimes it gets over criticised, but I suppose the ultimate thing is putting the ball in the net, and that's when you need your striker to be making the decisions. A striker can make a mistake, and it can get recovered. But your defence and midfield, no, I mean, if they make mistakes, then it can tell on the game. But I think the Big Nadira's got. I can see him getting at least 2 goals today, possibly a hat-trick.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. You know, just for his confidence, Robert.
That's it. He'll be keen to get on the score sheet. Ox, as I said, Wednesday night he had a good chance, and he'll feel himself he should have done better, and he'd have liked to do better, as would we. We'd like to see him hit the back of the net on his debut, but today I'm sure he thinks there's an opportunity there to go and get goals in his game, which again, it's sense. Goals breed confidence. And as you said, your strikers are there to score the goals. That's what you want. That's their job in the team. So be in the right positions and have that natural instinct to score. From some of the footage we've seen of him over the coming weeks, since he's obviously been rumoured with the club and things, I know YouTube can make you look like Messi, but all the goals he's done have been quite quick finishes. It's nothing really built up. It's all that natural instinct that Marnock's talking about. So hopefully see some of that today, mate, along with some others in the team, just to get their confidence up as well. Share the goals amongst them.
Aye. I'm glad to see Sterling back as well. Marnock obviously they managed these minutes to come out for Wednesday night there, and I think he could play a part in the running, hopefully if he stays fit, yeah.
Aye, he always kind of shows up, doesn't he? When he's fully fit. He is a bit injury prone, but he's a utility player. I think he's a brilliant player, know what I mean? And he does stand up in the bigger games. So absolutely a massive asset in the running. Definitely need them. What would say the new players, a wee bit of caution, know what I mean? Got to remember that they all came on and we're playing against a 10-man Kilmarnock. We're playing a lower league Queen's Park today as well. But then Wednesday, an on-form Motherwell, who haven't had a game this weekend, right enough. It's got to be a tough game, you know what I mean? So Wednesday will be the proper, this is Scottish football. And they've got a big striker on form as well, haven't they? So these 2 games I don't think it's easy to come on against 10 men, because they were. It was like a training game in the end, wasn't it, against Kilmarnock, because they were just their legs were gone.
They were flagging, you know. And I mean, I thought Kilmarnock competed quite well, but we were getting space, starting to get space, particularly down the left wing, because you can't go. You've just got to move the ball quicker, you know.
Yep.
Listen, I think we've said it, and we're not getting carried away. We're critiquing what we've seen so far, Robert, but we're not saying that's going to be the case.
No, we're not. We're just doing it on initial first viewing of these players as well. And there is circumstances you can say Kilmarnock down to 10 men later stages of the game, but they come on with the attitude to go and influence the game. They could come on there thinking the game was over and done with, just kick the ball about for 10-15 minutes, but they showed hunger, they showed desire, and that's what you want from the get-go today as well in the coming games with the rest of the season.
Aye, simple as that. Last word for your good self, Kilmarnock.
I think, as Robert says, we want desire, and I think these guys have come on against Kilmarnock there and gone, I want this, I want in the first 11. So is this challenging for places? And new guys are saying, I'm not coming here to be sitting on the bench and run on in the last 2 minutes. I want starting places. So that's got to be a good thing for us to start competition and that will to win and that will to get that starting place. So onwards and upwards. So hopefully, I'd even take a bridge man today, but no, we want goals, we want confidence in the team. We don't want to lose any goals, and let's get Booker's place in Hampden and the injuries. And
well, hopefully,
happy
we'll still get the quarter final to go, mate, before we go to Hampden. So home tie, hopefully. Other home tie.
Oh, sorry, sorry. I'm getting my head aged, you know what I mean? So yep.
So, listen, mate, always good to hear from you, brother. Hope you enjoy the game. Speak to you soon, eh?
Okay, thank you for having us.
Maybe
Cheers,
after the
pal.
match when you're
Yep.
we're waxing lyrical about Big Nadiri. Robert, last word.
Cheers for me on, mate. Looking forward to the game. Looking forward to seeing the new guys on the pitch together and hopefully get a dominating performance. I'm going for 5-0, mate.
All right, that'll do me. One both halves, you know me.
Yep.
One both halves, yeah. Maybe two, yeah. So similar, yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Listen, thanks to Carl and Damana for joining us. Of course, Robert for doing the show. Boxing Old School Blue and doing the technicals in the background. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle. As a cup time could potentially go to extra time. So after the final whistle. Thanks for listening. Come on, the Rangers. Take it away, Old School Boy.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.